Bon bloody Giorno, how are you all doing?
All right.
All right, look at this, two of us on screen. So we're doing a new concept, and it is going to be called this week. What happened?
Ooh.
Yeah. So we've both got some stories that we're going to look into, have a little funny twist about it, and chat about it. See how it goes. Right. So we get straight into the first one.
Let's get straight into the first one.
Right. Have you seen in Japan, in a Domino's over in Japan, we've got another Burger King foot lettuce incident.
Another Burger King foot lettuce.
Yeah. An employee was filmed picking his nose and then putting it straight into a big batch of dough, which is disgusting. But
Brilliant, though.
he's done it.
What a lad.
What an absolute champ. The restaurant is getting closed. It's been shut. And the person's been sacked.
I mean, it's kind of the least you'd expect. Oh,
yeah.
man, what did he call it? Was it a special type of pizza?
It's dubbed sushi terrorism, which is great.
Oh, that is grim. That is grim. Did he know the person, do you know? Did he just hate the person that was ordering it, or was he just tired of his job?
No, he's tired of his job. It was like a big bulk batch of
Oh, just straight into
look, we've got a picture here.
Oh, he's happy about it.
He's happy, and it's just full.
Man.
They've obviously got that for multiple parts of multiple pizzas, and he's just picked his nose and put it straight in.
That is grim.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's my breaking story of the number one anyway.
Breaking story of number one. Well, I don't know if you've heard about this lad. He is 21. He's called Henry, and all of his friends are going to Ibiza, and he can't afford the flight. So he's decided he's going to walk to Ibiza. Now, he's put this has obviously gone all over the internet because it's ridiculous. But he's turned it around and made it like a charity walk thing. And I think he's currently over 20 grand or something like that. It might even be more. No, I think about 20 grand. And so far he's made it to Paris. But the best bit of it is Wayne Lineker has backed him because he is going to be in Ibiza at the same time. And he sent him a message and basically said, look, I will do the walk if Wayne replies to me. And Wayne called his bluff and said, yeah, right then, we'll do it, and we'll have a drink when you get there. So this lad is on his way to Ibiza. He's already raised 20 grand. I can't imagine that the flight just put a side pedal on and be like, okay, do the charity bit and then do the funding for my flight. And he might have actually, made it. But yeah, he's due to get there, I think, May the 2nd. So we're going to keep an eye on him and see how he gets on. But it's quite a venture. I wouldn't be asked, especially not to go to Ibiza. I know what's waiting for me at the other end. I ain't walking there. Not at all.
I get it, being 21, but at the same time, not that far.
But he's it's all followable on his TikTok. Can I shout out the TikTok and see if people want to have a look at it?
Yeah.
So it's at Henry Oscar Moores, which is I've followed him and had a look and seen what he's doing, and it is he's in Paris, which is further than I would have got, that's for sure. I'd have probably got to the end of the road and been like, nah, screw this, I'm going home.
What hurts my head, he couldn't afford to fly out there. How's he going to pay for a hotel and drinks whilst he's out there?
Yeah, I mean, I assume he's just gonna share the accommodation with his mates and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. The price of Ibiza these days must be extortionate. If I went there, I'd look like somebody's dad was there to pick their child up, so I can't go anymore and tell you what it's like out there. But
Yeah, that's true. That leads on to my one. A young lad, no name was given, boarded a plane to America, didn't have a ticket, and got the plane all the way to America. Only stopped him at the border, found out he doesn't even have a passport. He literally walked in with the group of people that had their tickets. The gate staff didn't check it, and he walked straight in. Grabbed a seat. It was a fully booked flight. Yeah, it was a fully booked flight, and people cancelled. But yeah, he got on the flight and got to America, and then got to the border, and they were like, "Where's your passport?" And he was like, "I haven't got one."
once you're in the air, there isn't a lot they can do, is there?
Well,
Like
no.
on a train, if you don't have a ticket, they just kick you off at the next station or make you buy one. But on a plane, I suppose they can't just be like, just land it. We're going to kick this guy off, or strap a parachute to him and kick him out the door.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But yeah, that's my follow-on story from that one. A couple also were dealt with a blow after thinking they won 82 grand on a scratch card. They searched a house in Canada and found a old scratch card, scratched it off, won it, took it to they phoned up the Colombian Lottery Corporation to find out that the ticket had just been expired 5 days earlier.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was one of them like joke ones.
Nope.
Oh, it was an actual one.
The operator.
Watching that, I was because I'm 82, I was playing some bingo the other day, and there's one where at the end of it, if you win the full house, you can it's like a deal or no deal concept, and everybody says no deal, and they just take what they've won. And someone said no deal and took like 20 quid, and the box that they had was 284 quid.
No way.
This is a little segue.
The operator told it's Dan and Cerise that the ticket was expired. It was expired. No apparently way, leaving the pair absolutely gutted.
I mean, yeah. I thought you were going to say it was one of them. You see that there was that big spout of internet videos for a while, which I've always thought was really mean because they do it to like some basic rate builder, some young lad who's like on a building site working his ass off, and they're like, "Oh look, you've won £1 million," and then it's just a joke, and I would quit my job working with those people and never speak to them again. So Steve, if you don't want to get rid of me, just give me one of them scratch cards that's fake, and I'll be like, "No, fuck you, I'm not playing anymore."
That's it. Next one, talk about things going wrong. A 31-year-old woman was having a gender reveal. Passed the results to her mother. The mother thought that she saw an item, an appendage. That the mother took the matters into her own hand and filled everything with blue confetti, blue smoke grenades, and everything for the DNA test to really say it was a girl. So they all had this gender reveal, blue going everywhere, and it turned out to be a girl because the grandmother of the child predicted it wrong and took matters into her own hand.
Ruined the day. Grandma ruined the day. Well done.
Yeah,
well done indeed.
Great. Talked about kids and things getting ruined by kids. Someone asked their friends to go out for a meal, and the friends went, "Unless you're paying for a babysitter, we're not coming out." They said, "We've got 4 kids. It's going to cost us 80 quid. You've got to pitch in."
80 quid?
Yeah, it's 4 kids, so it's 80 for 2.
Well, they charge by the child now.
I think so.
God, I remember just like you used to just give your neighbour's kid like a tenner to come and sit with you.
Yeah.
But then again, I am 84 years old, so things were a lot different when I was a child.
Yeah, that's it.
Some random kid watching you.
So they went out for this meal. and the woman that didn't have the kids got a message from her friend saying that she owed them 80 quid. I asked what they're
Little
talking about
PayPal
because
request.
she paid for the dinner as well.
See, if you've had your dinner paid for and everything, like if I invite someone out and they're like, "Oh, I haven't got the money to it," and it's like, "Well, I've invited you, so don't worry about it." Like, it's fine. I'll take care of it. I invited you. If you invite yourself along, it's a bit different. Like, but
Yeah,
if you've voluntarily gone, knowing that you have to spend this money on childminders and stuff, nah, that person's well out of order. I don't like them. Boo those people.
yeah.
Boo those people.
But yeah, that's she. She was like, "You owe us 80 quid," but yeah, I don't think she paid it in the end. Over in
And we talk
America,
about the big one,
go on.
the documentary that has come out on
Yes.
Netflix.
Ooh. Yeah.
So this one is huge. So to anybody that is obsessed with YouTube, like us two, and millions of other, I mean, I can't remember what the stats are. There's like over, is it like 600 hours of footage is uploaded to YouTube every second, something like that,
Oh
or
yeah,
every
that was
minute?
yeah.
It's ridiculous. And so the Sidemen have just grown and grown and grown, and now Netflix have got their claws into them, and they've done the documentary. Have you watched it yet?
I have. Yes.
What did you think?
Very
Don't
very
worry,
good.
they're not watching, so it's fine. We can...
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. If they are.
I didn't expect that much of the cast, so they've obviously got all the Sidemen in there, and they all do the their own personal stories. Ethan Bazinga, he gets very very personal. I thought he got the most personal, and he was the most real in it. Toby as well, very much. Obviously, KSI is KSI. That needs no explanation. But it was really really interesting to see where they all started. If you haven't followed them from like day one, and you got on late, but I mean, they even had Mr. Beast, they had Laserbeam, they had Calyx on there, Randolph, all the people that they collab with, given their sort of two pence worth. And I watched it, and if anything, it just sort of makes you proud to be part of YouTube, even though like I am nothing to do with the Sidemen at all, but they inspire so many, myself included, to watch this, and you see it and you just go, that's come from just hard work, and how far they've come with it is incredible. And that documentary, if you haven't seen it, it is on Netflix. It is 100% worth the watch. And they're also, one of the things that I find and like about them is they're all still really quite humble. They talk in there a bit about when they did their first, I think it was their first opening or something like that, and they did a meet and greet, and that's when all the likes and comments and stuff turned into people. And I cannot imagine how that would feel. Like, you must be so overwhelmed watching, like walking out and there's just like 10,000 people there to and they just watch your YouTube videos every Sunday, and people queuing up just to just see you would be really weird. It's definitely a new type of celebrity, but they say how like one of the blurred lines with it is because you're watching them be real. Like, if you're going to watch a film and some people swoon over celebrities like actors and stuff, you connect with a specific character. So people might really like Sheldon Cooper, but that's nothing like what the actor's like, because he's playing a character. But then the Sidemen, Mr. Beast, you name it, any of the YouTubers, when you meet them, you've watched them be themselves. You've watched them joke around, so you sort of feel like one of their friends by watching them so much. And then when you meet them, if you're like try and be like them to them, it's in a way understandable, because you've followed them for so long. You feel like you're part of the in crowd with them, but then you're not in their friendship group. So you could come off being quite rude, and that's what a lot of people do. Like, they'll come over and Bazinga used to get a lot of people giving him fat jokes and stuff because all the boys do. I was saying it's like how me and you riff off each other,
Oh
but
yeah.
then and people see it, so then when they see us, they might think the same thing. But there is a level of respect that's got to be done. But yeah, a very very good and very interesting documentary to watch for sure.
Yeah, it was very very good. I remember watching all of it, and even though it was like an hour and a half and something, and it's a film, not a show, which was actually really, really informative.
Oh, I
Like,
couldn't stop watching it. Yeah.
I'm not going to slate how it was like cut together, but it was quite jumpy between like time periods, but it worked for them.
Actually, I actually watched that, and then because they talk about how they went from filming in a bedroom like this
Yeah.
to spending $500,000 on a set, and then shortly after watching that documentary, I watched the Sidemen Sunday that was that set from the
And it
thing, and
flopped.
I was like, "This is insane! Like how much they're doing." But in true criticism form, I think I preferred their like when they do their hide and seeks, when they do their travel ones versus that game show style that they took on. I got the idea of it, but I mean, Mr. Beast's team just absolutely wiped the floor with them as well, which was
Yeah, it didn't help at all.
didn't help. Didn't help.
Talked about the Sidemen, KSI, hot water this week. About crypto dumping. So he was pushing crypto for quite a while back in 2023. He's then dumped it all as everyone's bought it. And that's now caused it to crash, which has cost a load of people a load of money.
I mean, he is not the only person that has done that. Like they call them whales in that, and you've got the whales who buy huge amounts, and then once it gets to a certain point, they dump huge amounts. It's very very common, and I think that was part of the reason it crashed. I don't even I don't know if it's coming back. We're not going to sit here and
No.
talk about crypto, but yeah, it is. It's I can't blame him. Like I imagine he's just following a trend pattern. It's a bad thing to do. It's not ideal, but he's played the game and he won. And
Yeah,
he
that's
you know what he says, like he always wins.
that's it. Talking about wins, Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Remember watching that? I watched that. Which will also lead on to our second part, which is great. But yeah, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Very good game. I was up all night before I caught the flu.
Oh yeah, that's why Steve sounds like the way he does.
I've got the flu.
He's really ill, and I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And he was like, "Yeah, I want to do this."
After this is edited, I am going to be asleep. Yeah. So
night nurse.
yeah, no, we're not yet. Anyway.
Will be.
But yeah, that leads on to my halftime show. Was actually all right. I didn't mind Usher. His microphone was like all the way over here though. So
Yeah.
yeah. It's all the way over here, and it was turned right down. So whoever did the mixing for Usher is probably being shot. But we've got a little clip. If you look in the background and here, both of them hit the deck.
I feel like that was supposed to be in sync as well. Like they were supposed to drop, and then like because that is a move, isn't it? Like you drop so far down and then clamp your legs again and stay there. But I feel like that just did not work at all.
It didn't work. And a roller skater fell off the stage as well. There wasn't footage of that, but she's responded saying that she lied on her CV, saying she was a really good roller skater, and she wasn't, and she fell off the stage. And there's nothing the Super Bowl can do.
Brilliant.
Because she'd lied on her CV. She was only supposed to be a backup as well, so that's what caused that.
I've got a random one. It's a bit of weird news. Now this is from a couple of weeks ago, so but the likelihood of you have seen this is because it's so strange. But Steve, how do you feel about earning just shy of $2,000 really quickly and really easily?
I'm going to say, where's the pyramid?
So, no pyramid scheme, but a dried 285-year-old lemon fetched $1,780 at auction in Shropshire, England, on Jan 31st. The lemon was discovered in a 19th century cabinet that was being prepared for auction. But here's the weirdest part. It was inscribed, given by Mr. P. Lafrancini, November 4th, 1739, to Miss E. Baxter. So the lemon fetched 1,780. How much do you think the cabinet that was being originally sold fetched?
200 quid.
$40.
What?
So they got this cabinet and were like, oh, we'll sell that. Pulled in $40 for it. But the lemon that was from 1739 fetched in 1,780 for a lemon. My
What?
weird news. I don't have any pictures of it. I mean, I can't imagine it looks very nice.
No.
But yeah, I think that one was just funny. The idea of someone selling a cabinet and getting $40, but some lemon that was inscribed pulled in just shy of $2,000. So if you need a quick $2,000, just go and find a 285-year-old lemon.
Yeah, absolutely mad. What? Like, I haven't got any weird news like that. I've just got my next one, which is my last one, is an Oklahoma City judge has stepped down on Friday as she was seen on CCTV or the court cameras replying to 200 messages, over 500 messages during a trial.
Amazing.
She was sat on the dock messaging,
Just texting away
just texting away.
to all the news reporters.
Yeah, that's what's going. Trend on TikTok at the moment as well that's going around is someone shaking someone's hand and giving them iPhones if they give them money to begin with.
Oh, okay.
But apart from that, I haven't got any more news.
I do have one more weird news story.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If you wanted to hear it. So this is from the 12th of Feb, and it's from everybody's favorite Boston airport. And a traveler at Boston International Airport said that his bag contained dried fish. But when the agents examined it further, it was in fact mummified remains, which included heads that belonged to 4 monkeys. Have you seen this?
I've seen this. Yeah.
So there's. I've got a picture. I'll put it in the chat for you. But yeah, there is a traveler was caught with 4 mummified eggs, claiming that they were dried fish.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
There's your picture.
I'm gonna have to look at it on my phone
Cool.
because I'm trying to pull it up. Let's have a look. I've got the picture. I've got the picture.
So the traveler recently returned to the US from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Not sure why they wanted it, but obviously certain things you just can't bring over. Bushmeat can carry germs that can cause illness, including the Ebola virus, and obviously all of those mummified heads are probably not best to come through the thing. But yeah, a canine officer named Buddy sniffed out the dehydrated monkeys. So hats off to Buddy.
Good old
Maybe
Buddy.
they gave him one as a little chew toy afterwards. But that's the weird news that I have found.
And that is that for this week. Again, if you have liked everything that we've done and you want to see more of it, click like below, subscribe as well, comment some weird news that you've got this week, and we will see you next week. Good.
See you later.
Bye.